What's up, everyone? It's your boy SlayerCoon here. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Uh, I hope I hope your day has been going well. So far, it's been going well for me. So yeah, a lot of people have requested I do this, and I'm finally gonna do it. An art stream. Now, I don't know exactly how this will go, since, someone's bound to complain about my artwork and my methods of making it. But, nonetheless, we're going to see how this pans out. Alright. So, y'all ready? Y'all ready for me to start working on my project? Well, the truth is, I already have my project halfway worked on. All I really need to do is the coloring and shading, but there are some other, stuff I'm gonna do. So here it is. So yeah, I'm going to be drawing my persona, or finishing my drawing of persona, holding an NES Zapper. You know? Someone in the chat keeps spamming that my car Midnight Club is a Camaro concept. I'm gonna have to put that user in timeout because that's the third time they've said that. But nonetheless, let's start work on this. I already have my reference over here for the body colors and whatnot, and the NES Zapper. It's always good to have references and not just do things blindly. So yeah. And also, I'm using Fire Alpaca. Let me get some background music. That way, this stream will be less boring, when we have background music. I think you all know where this music is from. So, we're gonna start off with the main fur color, which is gray. I'm using a mouse for this, but later on I might bring out my tablet. Let's get it to where there's no white outlines. There we go. And whatnot. So obviously, my persona has yellow eyes, but the one in this reference is from something I made earlier this year. I personally think I'm going to give it a brighter, more vibrant yellow color to the eyes. It almost makes him, like, have cat-like eyes. Yeah, I had my turkey din-dins just an hour ago. I didn't eat it with family. I did it with, my mom and my brother. None of my other relatives, because I don't really have a good time with my other relatives. I'm gonna go for a darker red on this. How about that? Nah, that seems about good to me. The real fun starts when, we do the shading, because so far it looks a bit flat. While I'm at it, I'm going to remove this white background. Make it transparent. There's a little strip of white over there, gotta get rid of it. Alright, so I'm gonna start work on the clothes colors. Shit. From a distance, it looks like there's a white outline, but really it's not very noticeable here. But yeah, my persona, Slayer the Raccoon, is something I came up with when I was a teenager, obviously. But, oh look, there's a little bit of white over here, I gotta get rid of that. Ugh, I just realized I was painting on the wrong layer. Sorry about that, guys. I did not mean to paint on that layer. I fucking hate the whole layers thing, because I get confused and forget stuff. Obviously, I'm not paying good attention here. This isn't going to be the smoothest of streams, but there's obviously going to be a bit of awkwardness here when I'm making this. I also have, I didn't mean to do that. I have my fan art here for reference, done by Wingwolf. Let's get rid of some of that obnoxious white stuff over here. This is just my method of making art. Maybe it's not the best for other people, but I don't really watch a lot of art tutorials. I'm self-taught. What are my thoughts on 2000 new metal bands like Slipknot and Linkin Park and Deftones? Well, this might be controversial coming from, you know, a metal enthusiast myself, but I think nu metal was overhated, you know? Like, people really acted like it was worse than it really was. Now, granted, there was some pretty embarrassing stuff like Crazy Town. Yeah, the band that made that song Butterfly were actually a nu metal band, but barely anyone talks about their nu metal material. Alright, looks good so far. Obviously, I just need to do some shading. And I might do a bit of post-editing in Pixlr Editor. I do that a lot. So we're gonna start work on the zapper gun over here. The NES zapper. Why an NES zapper? I don't know. But yeah, as I was saying, I think nu metal is kind of overhated. Like, bands like, you know, Korn, Slipknot, and System of a Down are pretty good, you know? And it's a good way to get into metal music, so people who hate on it are basically just gatekeepers. I can actually think of worse styles of metal, believe it or not. Add some extra thickness to this part over here. Extra thickness. God, why'd I say it like that? But yeah, this drawing here was originally done traditionally, but I scanned it and I colored it in to make it digital, essentially. That's my method of making art. And it has a kind of unique kind of vibe to it. Like, some of the lines look a bit jagged and pixely, but it adds to the aesthetic. I'm gonna put some lines over here for some extra detail on the gun. And I might draw a little bit of smoke coming out of it just for, you know, schlitz and giggles, because the idea of an NES zapper you can actually, you know, fires live ammunition, that's pretty neat. That's an epic gamer moment, you know? It's like that one episode of the AVGN where he kills Jason Voorhees with NES zapper. Alright. And actually, I'm gonna try using my my tablet right here for a second. So, this is me now using the tablet. I wrote the road poop over there. But, nah. We're just gonna be using it for some minor edits. You know, drawing with a tablet that doesn't actually have a screen on it, it's a bit hard unless you have, you know, a sketch already done. Art's a bit complicated, and I've only just started getting good at it. But, you know, look, the people out there who are older than me, you know, it's never too old to get into art, you know? I know someone who didn't get into art until they were, like, 24 and whatnot. So, really, it's never too late to live out your dreams. I did have a previous art tablet, though, that was from, like, I don't know, it was a Huion tablet? It was some Chinese tablet, and obviously it did not work very well on my computer. So, yeah. I've actually done art ever since I was a little kid. It's just, I sucked at it for years. Even when I was 10, I was still drawing stick figures and stuff. So, yeah. So yeah, I think we have everything down. We just need to get to the shading. Alright. So obviously we just set it to black and have the opacity set down. That's how I do shading. Obviously, because, you know, having a flat piece of artwork, it can look wonky. This music is really relaxing to draw to, you know? This is the Night in the Woods soundtrack, by the way. I'm choosing something relaxing, you know? Having metal blaring when you're drawing, as much as I love metal, it's not great for relaxing activities. I'm a man of multiple different styles, and, you know, this works well for art and other relaxing things. Someone in the chat mentioned Foxens off of Furfinity. I remember that, dude. I still have that video up, and I showed some of my art from 2018. It's not very good. Anyone remember Femboy Slater Coon? Yeah, I also joined in on that. Obviously, I kind of want to do some of these art streams a bit more, you know. If people like this one enough, because there were people who were pretty excited for this, all things considered. Get some more outlines underneath his hair. Therefore, it has more depth to the drawing. Back when I was, like, 14, 15, whatnot, you know, I actually had, you know, there was like an art class in my school, and obviously I'd participated in like nearly every day, so I have a bunch of paintings from then. I'd love to put them up for auction, like someone buy my old paintings from angsty teenager Slydercoon. All things considered, though, like, some of those drawings I did actually kind of still hold up. Huh. There's a little space there needs to be drawn in. There we go. What's a femboy? That's, essentially a really effeminate man. Like, femboys are kind of cute, not gonna lie. How about we draw some shadows on the spikes as well? I don't normally draw spikes on my, my Persona's leather outfit, but sometimes I do. It adds a bit of edge to it. Have I ever played Mario Maker? Nah. The original Mario Maker came out on Wii U, and I didn't own a Wii U, obviously. I do have a friend who owned a Wii U, but, you know. The Wii U was about as successful as... Actually, no, I'm pretty certain there are local lemonade stands that have made more money than the Wii U did. That was a fact I didn't really know about until a couple years ago. I thought the Wii U at least sold as much as the GameCube, but no, it's like their worst-selling home console. And, you know, it doesn't really deserve that, all things considered, you know? Like, the Wii U wasn't perfect, obviously, but you gotta look at the bright side and compare it to Nintendo now, who are starting to get greedy thanks to their successes. I was having a chat with one of my friends earlier who's a massive Nintendo fan, and, you know, he wasn't happy with the whole situation, you know, because the thing going on with Nintendo and their cease-desist letters, it's leading to people hating Nintendo outright and dismissing them completely, and, you know, I don't think that's fair. Nintendo has made some great games, and, you know, I just want them to do better. Like, their policies on emulation and shit, I do not like. Add some shadows to his neck. I mean, truth is, even in spite of all this Nintendo kerfuffle, I want to start collecting more Nintendo games. I really do. I want to add to my DS collection, because the DS is my favorite handheld console. Handheld system. I shouldn't say console, because I think there's a distinction between a handheld and a console, obviously. People just call them systems. A console is something you have at home. Or at least that's what I think. Thoughts on the Phantom Menace? I used to watch him when he was actually relevant, but, you know, looking back, yeah, those old, what is it? I don't even remember what his series was called, but his DeviantArt rants have aged like milk. And the dude's basically irrelevant at this point. Let's add a claw to this finger. There we go. And apologies if I'm not paying attention to the chat much. That's obviously kind of hard to do when you're making art. And your chat is on, like, a phone. That's how I view my chat, is through the phone, because I don't have two monitors. I mean, there's nothing preventing me from getting two monitors. I'm not that poor, but... And there's actually another monitor in my house. But, you know, still... What do I think about PS5? I've yet to play it, so I wouldn't know. Aw, this music's kinda sad. I should probably change this song, because it might make me cry. Huh. Alright. But yeah, I plan on getting the PS5, you know, when I get the money. God, this music just makes me feel weirdly nostalgic. I don't know why. The music in this game's emotional, and, you know, it can turn your eyes into waterfalls, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I think there's that. I can finally get rid of this. Can I delete that? There we go. Still a bit misaligned, so I'll crop it again. So yeah, we're gonna draw some smoke coming out of the NES Zapper itself. Alright, does this color seem good? Alright, so I think that's... Oh, there's one more thing. I gotta add a little bit of extra details to the eyes. like to add this sort of shadowy effect to them. So yeah, we did that pretty quick. Alright, well that's a done deal for that piece. Just gotta save this. Alright. I'm gonna do another piece on one of my other OCs. Let's see. Just doing some editing to the canvas size. I'll start work on this new project soon. Just give me a second. I'll check the chat. If I ever played Roblox, when I was like 13, I played Roblox a lot. Huh, I don't think I've ever heard this, I don't think I've ever heard this one. Alright, so we're working on one of my other OCs, who is a deer, and his name is Johnny. That's a bit of a pun for, lawn equipment company John Deere. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna try adding that to my layer for reference. I might do a web comic starring my OCs. Obviously, I want to get the fur down, right? Get that out of the way. So, yeah. It's one sexy deer? Yeah. I know. Deer are awesome, you know? I wish there were more deer furries out there. Sometimes a paint bucket tool acts a bit finicky. Yeah, I like his design too. I give all my OCs, you know, this kind of rocker vibe to them. And when I'm done with this, I've got another thing that's in store. Just noticed something. That shouldn't be here. Of course, I gotta do some adjustments to the outlines. Get to that when I'm done coloring. But yes, I'm thinking about using some of my OCs in a future webcomic. I just don't know. That's something I actually wanted to do years ago, is a webcomic, but that idea got scrapped. And plus, it was before I, you know, came out as a furry. So another furry webcomic would be nice. Again, one of my friends who actually drew fan art for me is working on a webcomic as we speak. Yes, Shmeeble, it's okay if you draw fan art of him. Obviously, I have some art of him on DeviantArt you can look at for reference. That would be appreciated. Because I've gotten a lot of fan art of my own OC, obviously, but the other ones kind of need more love. Alright, so I think we're done with that. Let me just crop this so we don't have that big emptiness. Yeah, I don't read a lot of webcomics. I think I used to when I was younger. But, you know, life has gotten me busy to the point where I don't have time to deal with a lot of webcomics. But yeah, one thing I'm actually currently practicing with now is doing backgrounds, because I kind of want to design a world for the webcomic that these characters are in. I've already got some drafts down for what the concept of the webcomic is. That's something I've kind of wanted to do for a while. But yeah, as someone said on my Discord server, I'm a man of many talents. Like, I do a lot of different things, aside from just my regular videos. I've made music, I've made art. I might even make this webcomic that I mentioned. Although I don't know how long it will go. It might just be a one-off thing, you know, I do here and there. Will I ever do animations? I don't think I will, unless I go to, like, animation class. Or, you know, someone can make an animation starring my characters, or me. You remember when, like, Game Grumps were at the peak of their popularity and there was, like, 1,000 different Game Grumps animated videos? And other, like, channels have stuff like that, too. Like, Oni Plays has a couple, I think. But it was just that one channel in particular, Game Grumps, where it was just inescapable. Everyone was making them. Everyone and their grandmother was making a Game Grumps animated video. But you know, I mean, when I was a kid, I kind of wanted to have a cartoon. You know, because I was an edgy kid, I wanted to be an Adult Swim cartoon with lots of cussing and stuff. But now I realize, wow, there's more to humor than just cussing and blood. God, it's weird how when you're a kid, you know, and you're trying to rebel against your parents, you lose common sense and you start enjoying things that aren't very good just because they're edgy and they have cussing and stuff in them. And then when you get older, you realize that stuff isn't very good. Welcome back, GameCube Plus. Thoughts on Filmora? Isn't that like some sort of mobile app? Because I've seen some YouTube videos with the Filmora watermark on it, and they're just awful. It's like, it's worse than unregistered Hypercam or Bandicam or whatnot. Which was common in the early days of YouTube, because, you know, I don't know. It's coloring the buttons on his denim vest. I mean, yeah, I think there are ways to, like, edit videos on a phone, but it's not necessarily something you'd want to do. And a lot of, like, kiddie YouTubers who were too young to even be on YouTube, let's be real, use stuff like Filmora and whatnot. Yeah, I think when I was like little, I made a couple videos on YouTube with unregistered hypercam, and of course by little I mean like 14, not like literally a kid, but entering your teens. Even still, you don't know what you're doing when you're at that age. I made YouTube poops back then, but like the majority of them are gone. And with good reason, because they're fucking embarrassing. I can only remember a couple of them off the top of my head. I remember when YouTube used to have annotations. Didn't they have them up until like 2018? I don't know why YouTube had to get rid of them. But now, like, there used to be annotations that would link people to other videos and stuff, and now that they're gone, it makes certain videos awkward because, you know, they're supposed to be there and they aren't. Like, they're just blatantly supposed to be there. Like, people say, oh, click the annotation. I'm like, what annotation? YouTube nuked them. There's some music in here that I've never heard before. Then again, I haven't played every single possible, you know, scenario in Night in the Woods to know all the music. But a lot of it uses the same general sound font, so it does sound familiar to me. I can think of some other games that have, like, the same sound font as this one. What the hell am I drawing? I'm drawing one of my other OCs. Because I have other, you know, furry characters other than my own. Like Slayer the Raccoon, which is, you know, my furry profile pic and whatnot, my avatar. That's basically just furry me. These are other characters that I'm producing. I guess some people are new to, my art, and they don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, this guy's name is Johnny. Love to get in touch with me. Well, if you go on my Discord, I think you can send me a friend request if you want to. think I'm mostly done here. Just a couple more adjustments to the art so it looks good. And then we'll get to see the finalized results when I'm done. Yep, this is just a couple more things and I think I'll be done here. And I think I'm done here. So, yeah, I'm actually pretty quick at art. I see people who do, you know, more, like, bigger pieces and stuff, and their art takes, like, hours to produce. Then again, there's people who've made Rule 34 of characters, like, an hour after they get announced and shown to the public. I'm not joking about that. You accidentally timed out. Who, Elecman? Oh. Yeah. At least it was just an accident, you know? Alright, so... yeah, I'm gonna show these two pieces in their finalized form. Yeah, let's get this here. Yeah, this is my artwork of Slayer the Raccoon holding an NES Zapper. Now, there's a couple of, you know, adjustments I might need to make in Pixlr Editor before I post it on DeviantArt and Twitter and whatnot, but, yeah. And then there's the one of Johnny over here. Alright, so, so far, what do you guys think of these two pieces? Maybe on another stream I'll work on something more, you know, something bigger and more... what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Because this is just something simple I wanted to do to show people that, yes, I do indeed make art. And I'm really glad that it's working out for me. People really seem to like this art. Official Slayer-kun character lore? Maybe wait until the webcomic. If I ever make it. Basically, what my plan for my webcomic is a bunch of... my OCs are all in a... they're in a rock band, you know? And there's a lot of funny shenanigans that will come from that. What made me get into art? Me coming out as a furry, quite frankly, because I wanted to, you know, draw my own persona. I did get into art back in 2018 more regularly, but, yeah. Only a couple of pieces from then I still have, and they aren't very good. Excuse me for a second. Alright. Do I still use DeviantArt? Yeah, I do. I know that DeviantArt made a design change this year that wasn't well received, but I still use it, you know? So yeah. For those following me on Twitter, I might post the finalized version of those later tonight or tomorrow, but quite frankly, right now, what I want to do is a drawing of a street corner, because I'm trying to do more than just my characters. So yeah. Here's, this is off of a Gmod map that's based off of Night in the Woods. So what I do is I just make another layer, and I make layer 1 less opaque, and then essentially, I don't know if you could say this is tracing, but it's a good way to practice drawing, you know, environments and stuff. Will I ever release my music on physical form? I'd love to have it on... Oh, give me a second. Alright, just was sending a friend request to someone in chat. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is this little street corner from the Night in the Woods map off of Gary's mod. I've actually used some of these maps as like backgrounds for my art, but I'm trying to actually do the art myself this time. And this is a good way to get into it, it's just, you know, drawing on the wrong layer. And plus it's actually pretty simple because you just have this tool that straightens your lines and stuff. And I'm not doing like one-for-one kind of accuracy here. I'm not gonna do all the little ledges here. I don't know, Swing Doors. Do you have experience as a moderator? I mean, it doesn't take that much. You just gotta keep, you know, douchebags, racists, and homophobes out of here. People who spam. It looks like South Park, kind of, sort of. When I get done with it, though, I'll add, you know, details to it and stuff. Like, I already have a sort of test I did here in Fire Alpaca, where I was drawing a city block. I used to draw, like, city blocks and skylines and stuff when I was younger, but I seem to lost the ability to do that because all I draw is furries now. It's gotten to the point where I don't even know how to draw humans that well. Should you make art on your channel? If you want to get into art, you know, just express yourself. There will be a couple of naysayers here and there. You know, I know a couple people who've told my art was terrible in the past, but I've definitely improved to the point where I don't consider myself Picasso, obviously. I don't think Picasso would be fond of all the furries drawing GIF out there, but, you know, I have improved to where I'm decent, or good, you know? And that's all I want to be. I just want to do what I'm good at. I know that hurts, you know? Like, getting criticized, like, negative criticism can hurt, you know? And that's something I've been afraid of for years, especially after getting bullied in school. But now, I've got decent amount of haters, mostly from my bad YouTubers videos, but, you know, I just ignore them now. See. Yeah. This music's oddly sad but relaxing. That's right, Jack. Criticism's good, hate is bad, you know? Like, the people who bully you in school, you know, that's not criticism. People who literally tell you to kill yourself and shit, it's not good. Yeah, Mr. White Sox guy, I agree with that. You know, AVGN, even though his modern stuff is hit or miss and he makes some cringy poop jokes, I'd rather that than The Wall. Like, I really don't even know what Nostalgia Critic was thinking with that video, and I don't want to dwell on it. It's been a year. Quite frankly, at this point, I think people should just ignore Nostalgia Critic and act like he doesn't exist, because, you know, that's kind of how I treat him. Oliver Dixon says, I've been watching Slayer-kun for a while now, approximately for about a year. Found you think your bad YouTuber series. Still think your content is pretty good, like how you're branching out. Well, thanks. Electman wants to be an administrator. As a moderator? Sure. So we got a new moderator. So we're adding a bit of depth to this piece over here. Again, it's not completely on point there. It's a bit off, but when I remove the layer, it will look great. So, yeah. I'm doing oddly good straight lines without, you know, the use of assists. I don't think you can ban people, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I think you can put people on timeout, but you can remove people's, you know, comments and stuff. But, like, banning people, I don't know. I only make people who I trust administrators. Like, people who are new here, I don't randomly just make admins, you know? See, all my past streams have just been gaming and stuff, you know? This is something I really want to do more frequently. Maybe not all the time, but here and there. Ooh, we got some 80s dance pop-ish stuff. I like this. It's kind of got a little bit of an 80s aesthetic to it. Just a little bit. Not too much, but to where you can notice it. Obviously, I love the 80s. Slayercoon isn't monetized, but Jake Paul is. Yeah, look, I don't really plan on making big bucks off of YouTube. So I intentionally don't keep my YouTube channel monetized. And even then, you know, there's a lot of videos out there that are, you know, copyright striked. Not to where they get blocked, but to where they can't be monetized. Like, my upcoming review features a segment where I play one of the songs from the games that I didn't even know was copyrighted. So it's gonna have a copyright strike on it, but not, like, to where you can't view it. Because I know there's some life hack channels out there that will literally block your video if you show their life hacks in your rant, which I think is a means of silencing criticism. Like, people like 5 Minute Crafts don't want the, you know, some edgy ranter calling them out for their BS. It's a means of silencing criticism. And also, I have a job that I work, you know? Granted, it's not the best paying job. It pays me about $10 an hour. Still better than what a lot of people in America make. But the fact that I only really work at like 5 hours a day usually means that I really only make about the same amount of money as my last job, where I was working full 8-hour shifts. Alright, so I think we're ready to paint this. Is looking good, guys? Swing Doors asks, is the South still prejudiced? I'd say that the entire America, has racist people, And granted, I have seen people in the South who are, the stereotypical racist rednecks and shit. Even, like, after Biden has won, I still see people at work with Trump stickers on their trucks. But you know what? The whole idea that the South is still really racist is exaggerated, to say the least, That's kind of all I'm gonna say about that. I don't really want to talk about, like, overly serious issues. Someone made a rant video on me? Which one? I think it's one from like 2 years ago. So yeah. I'm gonna give some of these other buildings, different colors, like a bit of a purplish tint. How about that? That's too wacky. Let's give it something more believable, to say the least. And obviously give the side of the building a more darker tint. And the top of the building a gray tint. And then one of the buildings may have a blue tint. So not everything blends in with each other. It's not like a copy and paste neighborhood. You see, I'm trying to do some world building here and some, make nice color schemes. And now obviously for the windows, we'll go for this. That's kind of a gross color. No, let's go for something brighter. Yeah, how about that? And it looks pretty flat right now, but, it looks like something young me could make. Right here is supposed to be grass, so we're gonna make that all green and stuff. What color should the road be? I think I'm gonna make it a bluish tint. And we're gonna keep the up here transparent so I can put a little background in there. Have I seen Hell of a Boss? Not yet. Let's add some little light reflections into these windows. See, with the world building I'm kind of trying to go here for my possible upcoming webcomic, it's like, make a city that's based off of multiple different real-life cities, you know? Not like a complete, you know, recreation of it, like Liberty City or whatnot, but something that's kind of an amalgamation of multiple different cities. Now, obviously, I'm taking inspiration from Night in the Woods Possum Springs, but I want to kind of have my series, webcomic series, set in the South, just because, you know, I'm Southern myself. And that's more relatable to me, because Possum Springs is set in Pennsylvania, and I've never been north of North Carolina before, so I don't know anything about the northern perspective. It's like Thanksgiving, and it's like, well, it's 66 degrees outside where I'm at. Honestly, though, that's actually kind of normal. But yeah, if you guys from like up north have never been down south, do not come here in the summer, for the love of God. I don't even know how we managed to survive it down here. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is add some shadows and stuff. What if I added like a shadow here for like a cat? I don't know. I was thinking about making one of the windows cracked or something, but I wouldn't know. I'm more mature than the Fandom Menace. Well, yeah. I don't even know what he's up to. I haven't checked up on him in a while. He's a YouTuber who's even deader than I am, so I don't even know. Should the shadow go this way or upwards? I don't know. I don't care. I'm not trying to be completely accurate here. That shadow's a bit too dark. Nah, let's do that over again. Now that's more like it. There we go. Huh, I recognize this song. I used it in one of my old DeviantArt Disasters videos. Remember those? God, it's been so long. So yeah, we're gonna add some street stripes. Let's make them full bright, not, you know, opaque. While I'm at it, I might add a little street puddle here. Alright. Make it look like it's just, you know, rained a little bit, you know. Huh, while I'm at it, I might add a little bit of... Huh. How will this look on the street? Sure, why not? We're gonna add some cracks... Not cracks, the sidewalk. Well, you know what I mean. A pattern to the sidewalk so it looks more believable. Because a lot of sidewalks have that. There are that, you know, ones that don't, but makes it look more believable. Then again, am I going for realism here? See, what does this look like? It's still relatively flat here, so I'm trying to imitate the kind of look this one has, but with a unique spin on it. You see, it's different. It's not a 100% replica of the picture that I'm taking inspiration from. Huh. Where was I? Oh, yeah. If you step on a crack, you'll break your mama's back. Never understood that statement. There's a lot of dumb sayings that just don't make any sense. I don't know if they're talking about these kind of cracks in the sidewalk. I should do a gradient background with those. Let's see. Yeah, I could do better with that. Obviously, I'm best at furry characters and not these little backgrounds. So, please forgive me. Let me look up here. Yeah, I think I'll go for a little bit of a white shadowing effect to make it look as if though it's... like that? I don't know, it kind of looks wonky. Come to think it, I think I'll just stick with the design I've gone through. Yeah, like, I'll just do the little lions thing. Again, I'm not aiming for realism here. It's meant to be cartoony. Alright, so last thing I want to do is add some, like, grass, I guess. I don't know how that would work. What if I did a gradient on this, background? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so... So yeah, I still have the background over here. I think that's, good enough. Actually, no. Let's do the white sky. How about this? Like that. It makes it look a bit washed out. But then again, you know. So yeah, that's my work on this for now. Alright. Well, let's show the final result. Yeah, this is the final results here. All I need to do is maybe do a couple of, adjustments here and there, but so far it looks decent. Just need to do a little bit of work here and there. So, I think that's enough art for tonight, but, if you guys have any requests for things for me to draw, I might do them on another, art stream. It's just I can't do it tonight, because I have to get the sketches finalized. So, guys, if you have any requests, let me know in the chat. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Q&A. Yeah, so... Give me a second, let me... pop out the chat so I can... so you guys can see your own comments. If it will load. There we go. So, yeah. Smeagol says she only feels like the only girl in the chat. Well, I think... let me check my analytics, because I know that there was a sizable amount of females in my audience. Let me check my analytics real quickly. Well, unfortunately, over the past 28 days, like, my audience has been like 98% male, but that's because a bunch of fake Indonesian bots came in and ruined that. So, thanks to Indonesian spam bots, they fucked with our gender equality, assholes. But so far for the year, it's about 20% female and 80% male. And of course, they're not taking into consideration our non-binary homies out there. YouTube has yet to do that, but yeah, I actually do have a sizable female audience, believe it or not. You'd like to see me draw a human? I might do a human version of myself. You're kind of right, Bullet Boars. Like, YouTube acts like they're progressive, but they've allowed Nazis on their site for years, you know? The dog that was in the background. Yeah, that was my dog, Maddie. Someone kept asking to be administrator, and they were new here, so that's why I put them in timeout. Well, the thing is about that Swing Doors, there was a sub-botting on my channel that was not of my doing. It was probably some glitch on YouTube where a bunch of Indonesian spam accounts randomly subscribed to me, and then the next week they were all gone. So I gained nearly 4,000 subscribers only to lose them all. But then again, you know, losing that amount of subs isn't a big problem with me when they're all fake. Okay, this music's nice, but I'm thinking about playing something heavier for the Q&A section. Let's get something a bit more metal in here. How about the Quake 2 OST? That has some metal in it. So, yeah, we're going to be listening to some hardcore stuff. What's the craziest thing I've seen in the South this year? I wouldn't know. I mean, if you're in like a medium to big size city, the South isn't that much different from the North, aside from the fact that it's really hot. And a couple other things, like terminology and the food. Can I draw your character, Mr. White Sox guy? If you hit me up on Discord and send like a reference for your character, I can do that. Yeah, the stream, sorry, like the chat didn't load because unless I have my cursor on the chat pop-up, it does not load in OBS. It's some weird issue. I have no idea what causes it. So, sincere apologies about that. Can you request me to play a song? Well, I actually have a guitar. I have a couple guitars in the background that I could get up here and play. I don't plan on, like, singing or anything. A song to play in the background. No, I'm not gonna play WAP because that will get my fucking stream taken down. Here's the thing, guys. When I was making my pop music rant, I originally wanted to show the video, the music video for WAP in the background. And unfortunately, it got it blocked the first time. Even after, you know, putting a black and white, old-timey film, effect over it, it still got blocked worldwide, so I had to not include the music video for it. And look, even if you like that song, like, can you admit that getting your video blocked because you feature it in your video is bullshit? Again, I think that's the same thing I said about 5 Minute Crafts. It's a means of suppressing criticism. Thoughts on big rigs over the road racing? I'd kind of like to play that for shits and giggles, but I don't know if it's compatible with my Windows 10 computer. Hang on. I'm currently on Discord right now. Yeah. But I like to play Ride to Hell Retribution. Someone says play Elecman theme from Mega Man 1. Well, Elecman is the name of one of the people in my chat, so I might as well do that just to honor them. And I think I just made them a moderator, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, I have short-term memory loss and I forget things. I've never played Mega Man, but I've heard it has really, really good music. Like, some of the best video game music ever. Yeah, I've heard this song before. So yeah, this is for you, Elecman. Who's the chattest person in the chat? All of y'all. Honestly, My entire audience is pretty Chad, not gonna lie. But Bullet Boris in particular. Play Guts theme from Berserk. Alright, I'll do that. Alright. I've never watched Berserk, but I used to have a friend who was big into it. Oh, you mean Guts Man theme. You mean Guts Man from Mega Man. Fuck me. That's what they meant. I thought you said Guts from, like, Berserk. Shit. Should I listen to the Smash Ultimate remix? No, I'm gonna listen to the original one. Sorry. Okay, so I'm getting mixed signals. Someone said they wanted me to play Guts theme. I'm confused here, guys. My Asperger's is really showing today. I'm sorry. Well, I played both of them, so here's my theme. I'm gonna play my theme. This is the theme I play to the intro for some of my live streams. So, this is my theme right now, for those who are wondering. Stream's frozen again. Let me just pop out the chat, and that should fix the issue. I'm gonna send a link to this. The song's name is Collapse of an Empire. So just click the link and give it a like. And sorry if I'm a bit quiet. I'm trying to just let the music, let it settle in. I'm pretty certain you guys have heard this track quite a bit, though. My Leafy video is now irrelevant? Well, I didn't make a video specific. Well, actually, I did. The return of Leafy is here. That's what you were talking about. Yeah, Leafy is here is gone, or at least his YouTube channel is. So, what do you guys think of that song? I'm pretty certain most of y'all have heard it now. I'm not gonna take any more requests here because I want to get to the Q&A. That was probably the proudest song I've made, at least so far. Let's go back to the Quake 2 soundtrack. No, fuck it. What someone else said is the Earthbound soundtrack. You know, I mean, metal's nice, but when I'm trying to do a relaxing video, I think it's a bit off-putting. So, yeah, that's the final request I'm taking. I've only played Earthbound once, though, and quite frankly, I don't think I was the biggest fan. Like, it was really good, but there was a lot of cryptic stuff in it, and it wasn't the funnest game. Do I eat pumpkin pie? No, I've never had pumpkin pie before. Like, I played Earthbound through emulation, something that Nintendo isn't going to be proud of. But I played it through emulation because that's really the easiest way to play it. I think you can get it off the eShop on Wii U, or could? I don't know. But yeah, like, physical copies of Earthbound are pretty expensive. Like, the game was not successful at first. It wasn't until, like, the 2000s when the game gained a cult following and whatnot. At GayerCoon, what do you think of Spider-Man PS4? I haven't played it. Do I have any plans in the future to play GTA London 1961? That's a PC exclusive game that requires both London 1969 and the original GTA game, so I don't think so. I can get 1969 to work, but not 1961. I mean, GayerCoon's kind of a accurate way of describing me. Yeah, Undertale's pretty good. I know there was a bit of a hype backlash towards it in the, a couple years back, but honestly, Undertale is pretty good. Uh, the art stream part, that was like the first hour and a half. This is the Q&A, because I want to extend this out to like 2 hours. I don't want it to be really, really short. Ugh. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, Sans is kind of overrated, and Megalovania, for as great of a song as it is, it's kind of been done to death, you know? I like how this song is sampling the sound of a crowd. The music in this Earthbound game is pretty nice. Are there burp fetishists? Probably, most likely. I mean, if fart fetishism exists, then burp fetishism does too. Yeah, cough fetishism. That's pretty fucked up when you consider what's been going around this year. There's also... I don't even want to talk about fetishes. I have too much of a history with, you know, tackling fetish channels that I just want to forget about it. Does Slayer-kun have laser eyes? No. My Persona's got cat-like eyes. They're yellow, but they don't shoot lasers. What you missed, Jeremy Legend? I drew some art earlier. Once the stream's over, you can go back to the rest of it. I keep these archived on my livestream archive playlist. Snap my fingers. Alright. Someone disliked this stream, what? I don't know who it was. Maybe it's just automated BS. Because I don't have any real haters in the chat. I don't think the FGTV fanboys will come back, because I have all of the videos on that, like, gone. I don't have the FGTV videos public anymore. Because it was causing too much BS, you know? What voice do you think my persona would sound like? Probably similar to myself, you know? What kind of voice do you think my persona looks like he has, though? I can imagine my persona having the voice of Rigby from Regular Show. Or the voice of Sly Cooper. Honestly, though, I kind of like Mordecai more because Mordecai's the nicer one. Rigby's kind of a... Well, I mean, they're both kind of jerks, but, you know. Yeah, my persona is technically me. I mean, if you've seen me in my videos, I have, like, the same leather jacket, long hair, and whatnot. It's just that I don't have red hair. Same, Alec, man. Super Bubble Pop is so bad, I'd rather eat. Parents would rather make love on the air mattress than take care of their little one. That's a joke I made. Oh, Bullet Boris is up with his Steam chat thing. Alright. Alright. Well, he sent me some pictures. Apologies. Gotta love my man Bullet Boris. Huh, what would I rather do than play The Mummy on DS? I don't know. I'd rather stick a popsicle up my ass than play that game. What do I think about Smash Bros. Ultimate? It's a pretty good game. It's just that I prefer Brawl. Like, Brawl was, in my opinion, the best Super Smash Bros. Game, and that's something that's not gonna win me any fans. But that's just what I believe. It was the first Smash game I ever played, and quite frankly, I still like going back to it, because it's really one of my favorite games ever. I had so much fun playing it as a kid. Alright. Bullet Boris wants me to show the chat the images. Just give me a second here. I'm gonna briefly pull these up. So yeah, this is, how do you make these, Bullet Boris? Is this some sort of modding that you do to these games? Because, let me pull this up. Let me zoom this in. Look what they did with Mario. They switched Mario and Yoshi with each other. And you got Meme Mario. Oh my god. And this one's pretty good too. We got He-Man, we got Communism, and Sonic in a Mario game. Oh my god, this is cursed. Yeah. Oh, there's one more? There is? Ah. Alright. There's one more that he has. This one you might not notice at first. What do you guys notice that's different about this picture? It's very subtle and you aren't gonna notice at first. Okay. Yeah. Someone mentioned it. Someone got it. It's B Movie and John from Garfield. Yeah. Do I remember Mac Tonight? Yeah, I remember the unfortunate fact that Nazis took Mac Tonight and turned it into Moon Man, which is a meme of Microsoft Sam singing racist rap songs. There were a lot of those videos back in like a couple years back, but they've been mostly removed. Thank fuck. Because it was like the worst fucking thing ever. It's not even remotely funny. But yeah, that's the worst thing about Mac Tonight is what the Nazis did to him. I can unfortunately still remember that. Oh, good luck on that, Jeremy Legend. I'm looking forward to that, you know? I like seeing positive portrayals of LGBTQ people in media, you know? And as I was saying, you know, you remember back like in the 2000s and early 2010s, like how Family Guy and South Park would portray gay people as flamboyant and lispy and stuff. Yeah, it makes me glad that we've come a long way since then, you know? Because shit portrayals like that in media have arguably contributed to homophobia. It's not just religion that does that. It's people who, you know, it's these angry dude bros who believe that gays are wimpy and effeminate, but, you know, really, most of us aren't any different than straight people other than the fact that we like cock. Does my guitar have a name? Yes, it's called Ibanez. In fact, I might actually get that out here if I can play it. I don't know how this will go. So yeah, I'm gonna play a bit of guitar on stream. How about that? Again, it's not an acoustic, and it's an electric. So you know, playing this into the microphone, it's not gonna have the best sound quality. Yeah. So, I actually have been playing guitar ever since I was 15, by the way, so I could just, jam along here. Play the AVGN theme. Yeah, so yeah, this is an Ibanez that I have right here. I got it like 3 years ago. Shit, got my headphones tangled in a fucking guitar strap. Uh, yeah. Um, if anyone's requesting any songs for me to play, I don't really know how to play anything other than my own stuff. And plus, this is kind of in like, it's in drop C tuning. I play mostly in drop C because that's what a lot of metal is in. Well, actually, nowadays a lot of it's in fucking 8 strings. Have I ever heard of 12 Ounce Mouse? Yeah, I like that show. That show's pretty damn good. Play Smoke Way to Water. I think I know what you're talking about. Yes, us actual guitar players do not play that riff. I don't hate that song, but the riff is just kind of cringe because it's so overdone. It's so easy. So easy a caveman could do it. Oh man, and my fingers now smell like guitar strings. I think I might need to get these changed. I don't know why, but old guitar strings smell like pennies. Like, I don't know why, but old guitar strings are kind of smelly. Have I made any cameo appearances in cartoons? Nah. Play Crazy Bus on the guitar? That's just playing random notes. Like, literally, Crazy Bus theme, like, whenever you play it, is just random notes. So, like, the version you see on YouTube isn't the same as what you're going to hear when you actually play Crazy Bus, because it's literally randomized. Let's get the Earthbound music back in here. Have I heard the 16-bit Sonic soundtrack? Yeah, I've never played the original 16-bit Sonic games. I've played Sonic Mania and Sonic 2 on the Sega Game Gear, but that's about it. Yeah, I just want to add into the chat because everybody's singing the AVGN theme song. Oh my god. What even is this, chat? Remember the Angry Video Game Nerd was called the Angry Nintendo Nerd? Yeah, back in the first, like, dozen episodes, he was actually called Angry Nintendo Nerd, but he later had to change it to Angry Video Game Nerd because he was going to sell merchandise, and having Nintendo's name on it without their permission and, you know, their approval, yeah, he couldn't get away with that. And that's a fact a lot of people forget about. Have I heard of Wilkins Coffee? Yeah, I have a friend who's really big onto Wilkins Coffee memes. Bullet Boris. Didn't I rip off that phrase in one of my videos? Taking a shit on top of a roof on a piece of toast while singing "I'm Too Sexy." Yeah, I was only like 18 when I did that, so of course I was ripping off my idol. Same swing doors. Like, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is a game I could honestly just review without playing it. Because it's not a game, it's not a movie, it's a fucking slideshow that they put onto a disc. And it's the best, worst thing ever. Like, my god. I love Plumbers Don't Wear Ties for all the wrong reasons, because it's so fucking bad. And my favorite AVGN episodes are, you know, the Action 52 one, the Plumbers Don't Wear Ties one, and, like, probably my very favorite one is the one on Tiger handheld games, because I actually owned a couple of those as a kid, so that video was very relatable to me, because I had to go through that, and they were awful, even as a kid. Like, we just accepted Tiger handhelds because we had nothing else. Yeah, I did have a pop music rant in 2018 that I deleted. I deleted it out of shame because, unfortunately, you know, this was like, I don't know, I was still a little bit angsty when I made it, and quite frankly, that old video has not held up at all. I've come a long way since then. I've improved a lot. Your first AVGN video was when he reviewed Atari porn. That video it wasn't even allowed on YouTube. Like, you have to get like a... It's still on YouTube, but it's not from AVGN's channel. But yeah, that's kind of an underrated episode, you know? Yeah. There's this one game on Atari called Custer's Revenge, where you play as, what is it, General Custer, I think he's called, and you're raping a Native American woman against a cactus. Yeah, can you just imagine the outrage that would cause in today's society? My god. There'd be riots in the streets of every major city on Earth if they did that nowadays. Even back then, that game was very controversial. Because it's, kind of fucked up. But nowadays, it's so pixelated and shitty looking that really, it's a bit hard to get that angry at it. Like, yeah, those Atari porn games are just fucked up. This was the early 80s, too. Even then, people were sick fucks. The best thing at Taco Bell is, not actually eating there. Well, actually, I do go there sometimes. I like their steak quesadillas the most. People always say that Taco Bell gives you the shits, but it never does for me. Like, it doesn't give me the diarrheas. But yeah, you know, I just don't like Taco Bell because their food's not that great. My stream is lagging? Is it? I don't know, it's like one person got diarrhea after Taco Bell and that ended up becoming a meme. But I really don't know where it comes from. It's like a stereotype of fast food. They're incorrectly stereotyping a fast food place, you know? Bowie, aren't you from Ireland? I don't think they have Taco Bell over there. Thank the lords. Because Taco Bell tastes like crap. Favorite Cartoon Network show? I'd have to say Regular Show. Yeah, I don't think they have it in Britain either. But there's McDonald's over there. There's fucking McDonald's in Antarctica and on Pluto. I'm pretty certain if you went to a faraway galaxy, there's secretly a McDonald's over there because, you know. It happens if you eat 10 bean burritos, you get fat and you die. And if that's how much you eat, you'd probably get diarrhea. Not gonna lie. Quite frankly, I'm just not in the mood for Taco Bell. I like, I had some turkey din-dins earlier, and it was pretty delish. Which is better, Pizza Hut or Chuck E. Cheese? I haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese's in forever. Last time I was there, I was a little Kitty Winky. But yeah, Pizza Hut's definitely better because I have, you know, more experience with it. Alright. Bullet Boris is up to his usual shenanigans again, so, got some more images to show you guys, because he just loves doing this. I mean, seriously, the modding you're doing here, Bullet Boris, is fucking amazing. Let me get this up on screen for a second. This one's pretty funny. I like the middle finger. It reminds me of the mouse cursor in the GTA games. Like, if you go on the in-game internet and that, like, the mouse cursor is a middle finger. So that's pretty funny. There's another one. Oh, it's Awesome Face and Animal Crossing Villager. All right. Oh my god, this fucking chat's getting weird. I think there's a fart fetish in here. Like, why are people talking about that? Can I turn on my webcam? No. Not in this stream. If Fur Affinity had none of that weird stuff on there, would I get an account on there? Yeah, they like, if Fur Affinity did something about all the very extreme fetishists out there, and you know, the pedophilia that you can find on there, I definitely make an account and upload art there. It's just that there's too much fucked up shit on that site. Yeah, all those fetishes should move to Ink Bunny. That would make Ink Bunny even worse, though, because that site is full of awful, awful stuff. I don't even go on there ever. Yeah, I remember Dev Cat Scratch and Fly Scratch. I've got Dev Cat Scratch fever. Yeah, there's probably some Bubsy Rule 34 out there already. Yeah, please do not mention coughing fetish. Someone mentioned that, and I think they got put in timeout. That's a bit insensitive when you consider that there's another spike of COVID going around. You know, all the while there were people flooding fucking supermarkets for Thanksgiving supplies. Like, for fuck's sake. Yeah. What's your favorite Adult Swim show besides Rick and Morty? I can think of a couple. I think Metalocalypse is one of my favorites. I like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and can I be real here? I think Xavier Renegade Angel is unironically really good. I said it. That show may be weird as hell, but for me, that's why I love it so much. Yeah, this Black Friday, just do all your shopping online. Even before this whole thing, people were literally beating people up over TVs in Black Friday. It's a common thing, especially here in America, where we're just uncivilized animals. Am I planning on getting a PS5 anytime soon? Maybe sometime next year, but not this year. Who's better, Greg and Angus or Charlie and Badgie? Greg and Angus. That was a great gay couple in Night in the Woods. They were so positively portrayed. Like, can I be real here? When I first saw that in 2017, I was refreshed to see that, because when I grew up, every time I saw a gay person in like on a cartoon, they were always portrayed in the most stereotypical and flamboyant way. So to see a gay couple portrayed realistically was nice. We got some new members of the chat. Well, you guys are pretty late here, because I think I'm gonna end this stream in a couple of minutes. Not gonna lie. Well, don't be bummed out by this. You guys will be able to rewatch this through my live stream archives playlist later on. Honestly, though, this was one of my shorter live streams recently, because I've done some 3 and even 3.5 hour live streams recently. It's just that I have some things to do right now, like, you know, go to bed. Do I have a Switch? Yeah, but I don't play it that often. For some reason, YouTube didn't notify you of the live stream. That's a common thing. YouTube notifications are fucking evil. If I was a dictator of the world, what would I do? I wouldn't want to be a dictator. That's fucking evil. Do I own any of the Xbox consoles? Yeah, I have the 360. I still play the Xbox 360. Even though I think the PS3 was better, the 360 was pretty damn good, and, you know, I have a lot of fond memories with it. Although I can think of some games I got on there that disappointed me so much that they forever changed my taste in gaming. It's one of the Call of Duty games and one of the Battlefield games, because that kind of made me realize that realistic shooters are kind of BS. What game console do I play the most? I play the PC, PS2, and 360 the most, I think. Guys, if you're uninitiated, I've been playing the Earthbound soundtrack in the background for the past 30 or so minutes. Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna end up heading off right now. This is a bit short compared to some of my other streams, but you know, I wasn't planning on this being a long stream. If I did a gaming stream, maybe I could do more. But either way, I hope I'll have more art to do in a later live stream, maybe this weekend. Because these art streams seem like they're pretty relaxing and nice. They're nice and wholesome, as 2018 me would say. So yeah, I'm gonna head out. It was nice seeing you guys, but I've gotta go get some rest. Good night, everyone.